Hello and good evening to Madam Hazima and fellow friends. My name is Teh Kai Ying and my matrix number is 202168.
Good evening to Madam and my fellow friends. My name is Liew Sheng and my matrix number is 204187.
Good evening to Madam and my friends. My name is Chen and my matrix number is 204186.
We are from Faculty Food Science and Technology. Today, our group are going to talk about the causes of food waste in Malaysia. Our presentation will be divided into three sections, which are the introductions and four major causes of food waste in Malaysia, which are consumer behavior, over-preparation of food, lack of planning, and last but not least, errors in industrial processing, and the conclusion as well. So, let's start our presentation. What does the phrase of food waste mean to you? Leftover foods after having a meal? Or scraps after cooking? For me, the first thought I remembered, I had to throw away the cherry tomatoes in my fridge because they were old and nobody had eaten them. So here, let me give a quick and brief introduction of food waste. What is food waste? Food waste refers to the decrease in quantity or quality of food resulting from decisions and actions by retailers, food service providers, and consumers. Foods are wasted in many ways. For example, foods that are close to or beyond the best before date are discarded. So some edible food are often unused or left over, which are usually from the supermarket or wet market. Fresh produce that deviates from what is considered optimal, for example, in terms of shape, size, and color, is often removed from the supply chain during sorting operations. So, do you know the amount of food waste that we produce in Malaysia? According to Solid Waste Management and Public Cleansing Corporation, Malaysians throw away 16,688 tons of food per day. The study shows the waste are enough to feed around 2.2 million people, 3 times a day. And by 2020, the food waste in Malaysia could build up 16 of KLCC tower. So, now let's get started talking about the causes of food waste in Malaysia. The first cause is consumer behavior. Different customers have different preferences, which is their purchasing behavior on food items. They have keen insight of good judgment, means they prefer the good condition of vegetables and fruits. Besides that, they also concern on the shelf life of the food products such as canned food, which can be stored longer. Moreover, some customers tend to follow the food trends such as boba tea. They would like to have a try of the drink, but when the drink tasted badly, and they would throw it away. As a result, foods which are not preferred by customers will turn into food waste. Furthermore, consumers have least knowledge on how to manage food in their households. For instance, they store vegetables incorrectly by not wrapping them into a newspaper. And they keep the leftovers for too long as they keep cooking the fresh foods for their meals. Therefore, this leads to the foods spoil quickly and cannot be eaten and result in food waste. Now, I would like to pass the next point to my group mate Hong Sheng. Thank you.
Alright, for the second point of the causes of food waste is over preparation of food. As we all know, large functions or events such as weddings, conferences, workshops, and marketing events. For example, some companies will conduct an event when they are planning to launch a new product. They will invite a lot of guests to join the new launching event, but technically, the number of customers or guests that turned up was significantly lower than the number that the food was prepared, due to the reason that the organizer afraid that the food supply were not enough, but always ended with more food than enough. Perhaps the leftover foods will distribute for the staff or helpers after the event, but somehow it still causes food waste. And next, the other point for our preparation of food is the buffet style service in restaurant, hotel, and etc. The preparation of food, the preparation of food is the preparation of food waste primarily consisted of unavoidable waste because they would never provide insufficient food. Customers always expected fresh and pre-prepared food on the buffet trays, so they can take and eat on the spot. Hence, the owner should always prepare excess food and indirectly produce food waste all the time. And the other situation on behalf on customers who take more food that they can actually finish, it produce food waste as well. So let's move on to the next point. All right. And the third point of the causes of food waste is lack of planning. For the shoppers who easily attracted by promotions and offers, will lack of appropriate planning during shopping and bought a lot of products that they are not going to use or because it's just cheap. After buying and storing all those stuff at home until they get expired, it ended up with food waste because the expired food are unable to be consumed anymore. Alright? And the other points of lack of planning, which means people order too much food when eating without thinking. People who are starving always lack of planning on the portion of meals. For instance, they order large portion or large amount of food to solve their starvings. They think they are able to finish all the foods, but ended up wasting the food that they are unable to finish, and they didn't plan to take away the leftover foods. And now I will pass to Chimmy to carry on the next point.
So, let's move on to the last point. What are the areas in industrial processing that cause food waste in Malaysia? Lack of training and standardization among staff and managerial practices are being cited as integral part to this issue. Similarly, this reflects lacking of knowledge and low levels of training towards sustainable food waste management by the industrial sector. In order to solve this problem, the remaining inedible food can be further converted into compost by using a food composter. This is because the compost is rich in nutrients and promotes plant growth. In addition, the areas during industrial processing of food which do not meet the set standards are wasted. For example, food of size, appearance, taste, and shape that do not accurate and does not meet the target will be thrown away as rubbish. Consequently, food waste is recognized as a huge problem in Malaysia and is particularly severe in developed countries. According to a study conducted by the National Solid Waste Management Department in 2012, food waste is among the highest waste generated in Malaysia, approximately about 31% to 45% of the total volume waste generated every day. In conclusion, food waste is a prominent concern in Malaysia. All this amount of food thrown away is wasting the natural resources of this world, and a lot of space is needed for landfilling. Hence, by changing the behavior of consumers, not over-preparation of food, well planning, and preventing errors in industrial processing, I believe that we can reduce this problem to a non-threatening level. In the words of the chef Thomas Keller, respect for food is a respect for life, for who we are and what we do. Unsurprisingly, Keller is an advocate against food waste. Therefore, food is a precious resource. We must treat it that way. Do you all have any questions to ask? Well, that's from our group presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.